Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my creative life. This is project 3 for my STAMPtember series, and today I'm working on creating a wreath builder or using a wreath builder. Now, I don't have the template or the little pattern plastic piece, but a friend of mine created these little templates with paper, and they work just as well on my Misty. So I put that down. This is a 4-inch square, and so basically with the wreath builder is you put your stamp on the Mitzi, and you really do need a Mitzi or something like that, a stamping platform, because you're going to be switching the paper, moving the paper, but the stamp stays in the same place. Now, you notice my one turn, I already messed up, which I don't realize till later, is that I'm supposed to be putting the paper not just on the squares, but also on the diamond-shaped one. So I should have had an image in the middle of all this. And as I'm doing the leaf, watch, you'll see me in a second. So now I'm going to put it down. That's where I want it. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to stamp it using the green. And what I did is I grabbed fall colors because I wanted it to coordinate. So here is where I think, okay, well, hold on, right there. See, I put it on that diamond, and I think, oh, wait, that's not, it's going to cover up the flower. So then I realized, okay, well, I'm going to do these bigger stamps on just the square. And again, using the Misty, you just turn the paper and you keep the stamp where it is. And you see how easy that is? So pretty. And I'm glad I continued because I love the final project. But now here on the stars, I'm going to do stamp it like I'm supposed to. So now I'm putting it on, you see how I'm putting on that diamond shape, and I'm just going to continue to stamp just using, flipping the paper every time to either the diamond or the square piece. But you can see how it's already starting to make a wreath. You see how it's a circular shape? And another good thing about using the Misty is you probably notice that I've been stamping each of these about at least 2, in some cases 3 times, because I'm just not getting a really dark impression. Now I got to tell you, these Stampin' Up pads that I'm using, I've probably had a lot of them for more than 20 years. I mean, some of them are dated like 2003, and I still have ink, but they are definitely drying out. But again, using the Misty, it's okay because I just double stamp and it stays in place. So if you notice here, I used, even though I already knew I messed up, and I used the wreath builder how it was supposed to, I realized that in some places it's okay not to. So I did the dragonflies on just the squares, and now I'm going to be using the, wait, that's a dragonfly. Yeah, no, this is the butterfly. I am going to be doing it circular. Anyhow, I love the way this turned out. Again, I'm so glad I continued because it didn't ruin the image at all. And, you know, and I just lesson learned, you know, and also another oops moment where you think, you know, sometimes an oops just gives you another chance to create something you may not have already thought of or that you planned on doing. And, you know, that's what we're doing. We're just having fun. If I wouldn't have liked it, I would have threw that paper away and no big deal. I mean, it's paper and, you know, we're just playing. But again, I love the way it turned out. Now, the only thing I wish is that I had a bigger center. So that dragonfly, I wish I would have maybe put it in a little bit more or out, whichever direction you want to say. So I could have put one of the bigger sentiments in the middle, but this P.S. I love you worked out perfect. I was able to put some gold splatter, and I think, you know, a little bit of gold and metallic shininess, that's always really fun. So that was perfect, and it blended well with that autumn themed color scheme, so it worked out perfect. Now this is a 4 by 4 inch square, so I wanted my card to be 5 by 5 because I do have envelopes for them. So I cut this at 5 inches across this way, and then I'm going to cut off an inch because this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So this leaves me with the cardstock that's 5 by 10, and then I'm going to score it at the 5-inch mark. So fold it over to make a 5 by 5 inch square piece or card. And then when I put it on there, there's a huge gap between the card base and this really beautiful stamped image. Probably would have been fine, but I thought, nah, I'm going to go throw another color in there. So I went through my scraps. I did find some really pretty orange, and I thought that just really made those orange and that paper just pop out. Looks so, so pretty. So I cut the orange, I want to say 4.5 by 4.5, and I just glued or attach the orange directly on it. And I use three-dimensional foam for the stamped image. And most of the reason why I did that is because of what I'm doing right now. I decided to add a piece of twine. This just happened to be sitting at my desk, and it's a dark brown, really pretty. And I am the worst bow tire. But one thing I like to do is I grab the twine or ribbon, whatever you're doing, and kind of pull it really tight to where that paper even kind of bows a little bit, because then if you happen to, if it gets loose as you're tying that ribbon, it's not going to be as loose. So I did that, and I also used a mini glue dot to hold that ribbon down or the bow part down, and you'll see me grab that in a little bit. But like I mentioned, I decided to use foam adhesive to adhere this portion down, and it just looks so pretty. Look at that. I love this card. I absolutely love it. So again, I used some mini glue dots to make that bow go this way up and down versus across, because I thought I liked that look better, and it wasn't staying on its own. So sometimes you need a little glue, help it out a little bit. But anyhow, I hope you like this card. This was card number 3, or project number 3 for my STAMPtember series, which I always like to do series. And I hope you like this. I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button, because again, I do challenge myself a lot, and I do this series, just random series, because it does challenge me to do things I might not have done on my own. But anyhow, thanks for watching. Bye.